I'm Tori. I'm from New York. I didn't have a kettle before, but when I didn't have one and I wanted to make a cup of tea, I would put water into a pot and let it boil on the stove, and then I would pour it into my mug, or I would just put the mug with the water in it in the microwave.
Hello and welcome to Would You Rather with Big Mike and the boys. I'm Big Mike, and here are some boys. Tony and Bull, how's it going?
Hey boys.
How are you, Mike? What's the story?
Hey boys.
Huh?
Hello to all the microbiologists out there.
You went back to Bull again, about 10 weeks after dropping it.
Yeah, no, I decided to go with it again, because remember, you bulled into a question.
What was that? No, what are you saying?
You bulled into a question, I think, is where I came up with that for the first time.
Yeah, I've never been called that before that.
So explain this special episode, the microbiologist episode.
So this is our first ever episode for Mike-robiologist, episode 55. This is the quarterfinal of the Would You Rather Cup, or whatever the fuck we call it.
Yeah.
So this week and next week are the quarterfinals. Week after, semifinals. And the week after is the grand finale, the Would You Rather with Big Mike and the Boys Rumble. Yeah.
So basically today is quarterfinal day, because we're doing both today, yeah?
We're recording both today, but if you're listening to it, it'll be next week.
Yeah. We're watching the Euros as well. It fits in almost.
Maybe. Can't think when it's going to be. This is going to be released Monday, actually.
Yeah, so it fits in. We're almost
this released on Patreon in 2 days.
Oh, right.
Almost
Holy
into
shit.
quarterfinals.
No pressure, then.
Euros. So we are in the quarter. So this is big stuff.
Yeah. Ukraine just went through last night, along with England.
Stormzy was there.
Stormzy was watching it. Yeah.
So lads, we have 11 options left. One of our options is going to be getting a bye into the semi-finals. I already did a random number generator, and the option that will be getting the bye into the semi-finals is make any person you want to leave.
Oh, I hate that one as well.
The semi-finals.
That's into the semi-finals.
Jesus, that had a lucky run, didn't it?
Didn't it?
That might do it now.
Okay, so I'll read out the options we have left here in the quarterfinals, the other 10 options. So we've got The Last Man on Earth, my pick to win. We've got Transform into an Animal but not be able to talk to them. We've got Free Plane Travel for Life. Have an action figure of yourself. Live in the Game of Thrones world. Be an award-winning movie director. Time travel for 10 minutes at a time. Have a genie in a lamp. Own a restaurant you can't eat in. And cash.
Cash, baby.
Tell you what, some of them are actually quite good. Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, they should be the best of what we had. That's how it works, Tony. So, to decide, we've had pillowcases, we've had boys picking, we've had whatever else we did. But now I have the Game of Thrones spinner that has 10 numbers on it.
Is that a Game of Life?
Game of Life spinner that has 10 on it.
What makes that Game of Thrones cunt?
And I'm going to spin this because I think it'll make a good podcast noise. Is that a good podcast noise? You'd have to turn that off. So this is actually from the Simpsons Game of Life. It has a little Krusty head on the top. It's Krusty approved.
Yeah, the Krusty the Clown now, not just caked and shit.
Not Tony as a baby.
Yeah. And look like Krusty the Clown too.
Yeah, Krusty the Clone is what we call that episode.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is a fact.
That is what happened.
That is a fact.
Right. So last week we had a pretty good 5-star review on iTunes. Question of the week.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were going to say we had a pretty good 5-star review on iTunes. I was like, really?
Oh no one gives us a 5-star review on iTunes.
Nobody listens on iTunes.
They fucking do, Tony. It's literally the most commonly used podcast app in the fucking world. But the update has made it so bad that I've stopped using it. So only go on there, give us a review, and then go listen to it somewhere else. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask you a 5-star review question on iTunes. This is the question on iTunes where every week you ask us a 5-star review. You go on to iTunes, give us a 5-star review, and then you go on to whatever podcast app you want to use because iTunes went shit. Okay. Are you ready for the question?
Yeah.
Check I'm
I've
recording.
been ready, Mike.
Yeah, hit the record button. We might as well start recording it.
Can we start this, please, lads?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Little peek behind the curtain.
What is the thing about you that has changed the most since the start of the pandemic?
It's a very personal question.
Isn't it?
It's a very personal question. They've all been quite personal questions. Including which of yours is your favourite.
That was, yeah. Probably my physical appearance. I've gained about 3 stone just in my belly, so I'd say yeah, that is, for me, that's the biggest change.
And you don't look that different.
No, you only see me from the neck up.
Okay. You're really... Oh, right. Yeah, his hips are huge, lads.
But they're not lying.
Never lie. Don't lie. Don't lie for your hip. And Tony, what were you?
Oh, I have to answer that.
No, it's for one of us, you can't.
It's Liam's 5-star. Because he won the competition. It's his now every time.
Fuck that. I would have laughed.
I don't know. Yeah, of course I have. Done a lot of self-reflecting. I'm more a positive man, I suppose. Let's say that. Let's put it that way.
That's good. I think most of us got more negative, so that's good.
Yeah.
I've become a lot more negative.
Enjoy the
Pretty
simple
negative
things,
to
you
begin
know? Simple things are a lot more enjoyable now.
That's good.
Fine answer.
Like social media, nice simple thing.
Yeah, like liking a video on Netflix. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Or
like
putting a tweet on LinkedIn, you know?
Do you ever just sit in the moment and give a 5-star review on iTunes to the podcast you're listening to right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always do it, but I never do it on iTunes. I usually do it on
Instagram.
On Stitch.
Yeah.
On Snitch.
Snitch, yeah.
Okay, right. Cool.
I usually Twitch what I need to find, and then it'll come up. You know what I mean?
Pops up. Pops up on
Should we
MySpace, and you just...
Should we just get into it?
Yeah.
Keep going with that thing for a while.
Yeah. Did you CC me on that Instagram post later too?
I'll tag you in the email. Right, lads. So last week we had no sponsors.
0.
As you know, 0 sponsors.
Still waiting on that Eurostar sponsor, but
it was an ad-free episode. They actually came to me and I said, no, we didn't have any sponsors last week. And they said, oh, we want to sponsor you last week.
Oh.
And I said, yeah. I said, what about this week? And they said, no, only last week.
Man, if I had a quid,
That's what
every
Tony
time
said.
that's happened to us.
That's what Tony said to us.
If I had a quid every time we actually did get sponsored, Mike, that'd be fucking great as well.
yeah.
Okay, so right, so what character do you want me to do the old ad read in this week?
Can you do it in the voice of a boy who's fallen down the well?
Boy, what's his name?
Jack.
Well, tell me something else about it. Like I need
Timmy
a,
falls down the well.
No, Jack did this time. Fucking idiot.
It's not always Timmy. That's
It's usually Timmy though. Timmy's just numb nuts.
If you actually look up on Twitch, if you look it up,
yeah.
and type in what are most common name of boys who fell down the well.
Are you saying if I went onto Flickr, that's what I'd find?
Yeah.
Yeah. And just swipe right in Tinder and it'll tell you.
On Facebook dating.
Yeah.
Right.
No one told me what they would rather on Facebook dating.
Jack.
Okay.
Jack, the little
Tell
boy
me
who
something
fell
about
down
Jack.
the well. Like, I'm not building this character for you. It's your job to build.
No, you gotta build.
It's your job to build,
okay.
develop your own characters, cunt.
Okay.
Jack down the well.
Funky like a monkey.com. It's the best website that I've ever seen. But to be fair, I grew up in a castle in Denmark and we didn't have the internet then.
I love the character development though.
Funky Like a Monkey is the website where you can get all the coolest clocks and stuff for your walls.
It sounds like he's still falling down the well.
When I lived in the castle in Denmark, one of the servants was really nice to me. And one day he gave me a hug, and my parents, who weren't the king and queen, but they were living there too. They murdered him and then I ate. Funky Like a Monkey, use discount code Big Mike Pod to save 10%. It won't bring back my friend from that castle in Denmark where I grew up, but at least it will save you 10%. Yeah, so that's 10%. FunkyLikeAMonkey.com. Use code Big Mike Pod. Anything to say about that, Tony?
Dirty Mikes. Get 20% off.
Tony, I love how predictable you are. I asked you exactly that because I wanted that answer. Funky Like a Monkey have been listening, and they have put Dirty Mikes as a discount code. So
fantastic.
You can go on to FunkyLikeAMonkey.com, use discount code Big Mike Pod, save 10%, or if you're like Tony, you can use discount code Dirty Mikes to save 9%.
9%. Cheeky bastard.
So that's Dirty Mikes with no apostrophe, 9%.
I've been going on to other websites and trying to use Dirty Mikes, see if it comes up as well. It doesn't work on any other website, so that's the only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
it's a fact.
Yeah.
Every website in the world.
Yes. Just typed it into honey, and they were like, nah, I can't.
I typed it into TripAdvisor, and we should stop doing this. It's funny for us, but I'm not sure people are going to want to listen to that.
True enough. Moving on.
Okay, right. So, I've got my my trusty, crusty Game of Thrones. Okay, so I'm gonna spin it. Would you rather? You ready for me to spin it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better you spin it.
Spin ultimate.
Let's pick up the.
Yeah.
Live in the Game of Thrones world.
No,
it really is a Game of
fucking
Thrones. Or
a well with Jack.
be able to turn into an animal but not speak to them.
Oh, City Duck is
that's
back
not fair
in
to put
town.
those
City
two.
Duck's back around.
That's not fair to put those two against each other.
Well, some people would have said from the start Game of Thrones was a bad one, but it's done well.
Absolutely not.
I hate it.
It's not.
I hate it.
It's alright, like.
I want to know how many times I've picked that. I'd say not twice.
You didn't pick it in the last round,
No.
but you did pick it the one before that.
Oh, what was it up against?
Live in lockdown for 10 years.
Ah, there you go, kind of like, what do you know?
And you didn't pick it the time before
No.
that. And where is it now? Where is it? And you did pick it the first time rather than live in the purge world.
Yeah, see, like, it's up against other terrifying shit, like. But it's not good. Like, it's really not good.
It's a great one.
It's not a good guy.
Great one.
How have you both picked it every time, like?
Dragons and shit.
Dragons and shit. And pubs are open. Pubs are open is the main thing for me that I keep picking every time.
Yeah, pubs are open.
Yeah, but that's very annoying, like, that just makes this a whole different thing, like.
But you can rule your own kingdom, like.
You couldn't, though.
You can't. You can't.
You rolled his eyes, like. I've kind of got my heart set on being a city duck, boys. I'm sorry. I do. I love the idea of it. Like, I have a little hat. I just be walking down the streets, waddling your arse.
Ducks can't wear hats.
Yeah, I get a little chin strap.
No, they can't.
Yeah, they can.
They can't.
Why can't they?
Because their necks are too weak. You'll literally fall.
Not a big hat, a little paper hat.
Doesn't matter.
even.
You literally fall. They can't have anything on top of their head.
You fucking-
What if they fell down a well?
Well, then they're just kind of swimming around in a circle for a lifetime.
They'd be like,
fly
quack, quack. I lived in a pond in Denmark.
No, I saw two walking across Charles Bridge the other day, and I was like, "That's the life for me."
A duck walking across Charles Bridge.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Just walking. There's two of them.
Stop. That's too scary for them. But you're not throwing them over.
No, what? See, that's why it would be scary for them if a fucking lunatic like you came
No,
along.
because they're probably lost and they're like, why did we
They
cross
weren't
this
lost.
fucking...
They were living their dream.
They were
Roll
just
them
walking across
over.
the thing like,
Hand
oh,
to
this
God.
is fun, I'm
Hand
with the
to God.
people.
There was two of them walking across, and everyone was feeding them, and they were taking
Yeah,
pictures
they
of
were
them.
probably
and
walking- they probably
they were
mean to
strutting
go
across,
that far.
actually. They weren't just walking; they were strutting across.
They definitely didn't mean to go that far.
I
They were
think-
proper panicking. Like,
No,
I think you mean waddling, but I don't think strutting.
no strutting. They were strutting their stuff like ducks do, you know.
trotting.
If you gotta flaunt it.
Keep clapping.
Yeah.
Tony, have you seen any honey badgers on famous landmarks in Prague?
Yeah, I saw 2 honey badgers crossing the Charles Bridge, actually.
Were they strutting or was everyone terrified?
They were just fucking killing everyone.
Actually,
People were feeding them their legs.
Yeah.
like ducks live just ducks live just under Charles Bridge, right? In the water.
I
right?
get it.
No, but you petted a goat on Charles Bridge, and you can't believe that there was ducks on Charles Bridge.
I petted a goat on Charles Bridge.
Yeah,
When?
but the dinner, the Charles Bridge
Oh,
dinner.
yeah, but someone brought that
Yeah.
as a pet, like... Yeah, but these ducks crossed it, but obviously
Yeah.
didn't mean to, and they're like, oh, fuck.
No, they were sweet. They would have just flown away if they weren't happy there. Like,
They wouldn't have.
Why wouldn't they have?
Because they're probably clipped.
Who's clipped them? Your fucking honey badger cunts from.
They probably clipped the wings. Guarantee if you went up and grabbed a duck, you'd be like, oh, why are your wings clipped?
Here? No, all ducks are flying around
They
here.
want the fucking ducks to be sitting around the bridge.
That's not what happened, Tony.
They want them.
No, it's not. These are just good
If you
ducks
know
out for a
anything
nice
about
stroll. There's
the
a couple
ducks
as well.
on Charles Bridge,
But I
please
don't know
let
how
us
it's
know.
You know what?
bigmikepod@gmail.com.
When, during coronavirus, there was fuck all people around, so these, like, rat-like things came out.
Tony.
And were in the river.
Tony, I've got some bad news to tell you.
Well,
The coronavirus is still going on, lad.
yeah, but, like, the pandemic one was actually, like, no
In
one
lockdown, big
around in lockdown. If you went for a walk, like, by the river, they had these, like, rodents, but they're meant to be like rats, but they actually look like fucking, not beavers, but, like, they're, like,
Oh, yeah?
these real fat-looking, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Muskrats, I think, is what was explained to me. But
Elon Musk.
apparently, they breed there'd be about 8 to 10 babies, and they do 4 times a year. So there's loads of them in that river.
Jesus.
But the amount of them, they were all out because there was no one around and stuff. I was like, look at all these bad boys, they're huge.
We were sitting having dinner down by the river. Do you know that real narrow street where they have the lights? Do you know, like it's like an alleyway, but they have a red light and a green light because
Yeah.
it's that narrow you can't pass someone. There's a restaurant at the bottom of that, and you're sitting right on the water. And I saw these and everyone's beavers. I was like, that's not a beaver.
It's not, they're like rodents.
Yeah, it's got a big rat tail, like
Yeah.
big like fleshy tail, and I was like, that's not a
They're
beaver.
literally like a beaver. They're
Not
real
a-
cute looking, but I can't
Like,
remember.
wouldn't be a beaver anyway, it'd be an otter, but
Yeah.
it still wasn't
They're fat
either
yolks
of them.
as well.
Yeah.
They're real big.
What's your favourite rodent?
Rizzo the rat.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favourite actual rodent? Like a species of rodent?
I like dagoos.
Okay. You like a dagu?
Mexican squirrels.
Yeah.
Our
Or meerkats?
our otters.
Yeah.
Our otters are rodent.
Probably. We'll say they are for the purpose of this podcast.
Oh, otters are pretty nice.
If they are, I
Go
pick
with
an otter.
otters, they're pretty cool. I actually like...
What about a pine marten?
They live. One of them lives upstairs in my in Kveta's. That's my girlfriend. I don't never know how to say that actually. Because I feel like I've used yeah, that too. But I feel like I've used her name. Did you say it? I don't know. Anyway,
You usually call her your missus.
Yeah, upstairs in my Mrs. Parents' place. One of them lives in the attic, and he's a noisy bastard. Like
What is it?
a pine marten. It's like
There's a pine marten in the attic.
yeah. It's common enough here, I think.
I do like a good hedgehog.
Otters, ferrets, and weasels are not rodents.
Okay.
I'm looking
Hedgehogs
up
are good.
hedgehog now.
Have I
doubt
told
they're-
you the hedgehog story
No,
with my friend's sister? No,
definitely not.
she wanted to keep this hedgehog.
Hedgehogs are not rodents.
You know,
Go on, anyway, tell the
she
story.
wanted to keep this hedgehog, and it wasn't opening its eyes or anything, and she was still feeding it, and it was eating the whole time. Kept feeding it, and then the brother came in and was like, "What the fuck? What's wrong with it?" Like, she's like, "I don't know." And he had a look at it, and he opened its eyes. And as he opened its eyes,
No. No.
She was keeping it alive while the maggots were eating it alive.
No.
The eyes and brain and shit.
Oh, but it wasn't alive. She was just feeding maggots, essentially.
No, she was feeding it.
No.
She was keeping it alive.
No.
It was meant to be
Poor
innocent,
thing,
like, but yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I hate that story.
Moving swiftly on.
What animal would you be?
I'm still going to be a duck, a city duck. A little
A city
briefcase,
duck.
maybe. Might carry a briefcase.
Tony, what would you be?
Mike, you're a fucking prick as well, by the way.
Why?
You're a fucking real sack of shit. Because the last time this question came up, you were like, lads, it doesn't fucking matter what animal you want to be. It's whether you would be an animal or not.
Basically.
Now it's like, oh, what animal would you like to be, boy?
I was just trying to segue away from that fucking hedgehog story because
Yeah,
it really upset me.
Because that was a horrible, disturbing story.
It was the worst thing I ever heard. And I've heard some fucking shit.
I'd be a fucking Charles Bridge duck for sure.
And Tony, Charles Bridge, honey badger? Or a Maggoty hedgehog?
Or a Game of Thrones, boy.
Yeah, so Game of Thrones. Let's talk about Game of Thrones. Which of the hot babes would you like to hook up with on Game of Thrones?
Littlefinger.
Yeah, anyone who's related to me.
Oh, that's usually Tony's thing.
No.
That's Tony's rebuttal. Right. What about Cersei Lannister?
I'd have to kill her to take the throne.
Thought you were going to say something else, Tony.
Necrophilia.
We're hitting all the marks this week. Right.
I've got a checklist here. We're doing it, boys. We're doing it.
Bingo! What about your one? Marjorie Tyrell. She's an attractive girl.
I don't know. I forget all the characters.
The owl one that marries off her daughter with the young one.
No, she's the young one who gets married off by her.
He was in the right family, like.
She marries Joffrey, and then when Joffrey dies, she marries
yeah, that is
Joffrey's brother.
I was thinking,
yeah. What would you rather? Do you think?
I want to be a city duck.
Okay, city duck. Tony, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Ammonos.
So Game of Thrones is gone, just like that.
Game of Thrones is gone.
Just like that.
That's the end of that chapter.
Gone. Doesn't even get it. We're gonna do it the way Game of Thrones didn't do it and finish it before the end. Stop it before we get to the end. That's it.
Stop before we get to... Okay. So Tony and Liam both said that they would rather be able to transform into an animal but not be able to talk to them. But let us know what you would rather by training to be an electrician, working in someone's house as an electrician, but getting all the lights in their house to turn on and off in like Morse code, of what you would rather.
And then casually mention it to them just in case they don't speak Morse code. You don't speak Morse code, read Morse code. Understand?
Do you speak Morse code, Liam?
I do.
Dash dot,
beep,
dash
beep,
dot,
beep,
dash dot,
beep,
dot,
beep,
dash.
beep, beep, beep.
God, sorry lads, I didn't realise you were both so bilingual.
Can you stop talking over each other, please?
Okay.
Right, on to the next.
On to the next. Would you rather? I gotta pick up my now not Game of Thrones thing.
Just Game of Life now, isn't it? Game of bloody chance.
Am I right? I bet you're going to get the same numbers over and over and over.
Own a restaurant you can't eat in. Or
be a restaurant. You can't eat.
Sit down.
Yeah.
Have an action figure of yourself.
Oh, booming business. Or have a restaurant you can't eat in. Fuck. The restaurant you can't eat in really annoys me. Like, even though it'd be like a nice source of income and you can eat anywhere else, it's just annoying.
You need to know your stuff's good, like.
Yeah.
But it is a booming business. Think of that. You work for yourself and then you're just fucking living your life. Living your best life.
Yeah. And like, you're seeing the joy in the little
You know what
things
I mean?
these days, Ton, Imagine
Exactly.
it like to be just a bit...
That's exactly what I'm thinking. You're living your best life, like
Sit back and just fucking...
sipping on margaritas.
Yeah.
Sipping on champagne and margaritas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be sipping on champagne margaritas.
Oh.
Sipping on margaritas and then having champagne afterwards.
Oh, that sounds like a Saturday night to me. Yas, queen.
But it doesn't have to be a Saturday night because
No.
you've got your own business. It's booming.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then
Tony-
you go for dinner across
Tony,
from your
can I tell you a joke I used to make 12 years ago that I don't think is offensive, but maybe it is? Can I
Well, it
tell-
wasn't 12 years ago. It was a different time, folks.
It was different times.
We're from a different time.
We're from a different... Unlike our listeners who are very young. So I used to work in
chicken.
this...
Bloody
I used to work in
boomers.
I used to work in a supermarket, Tony, right? Okay.
Okay.
And in the mornings, the fruit and veg guys would come. And no, I'm not saying they're fruits.
What?
I'm getting to my offensive joke.
What?
So they deliver the fruit and veg, right? And there was a good deal on British Queen's potatoes. And so I'd have like the kind of cage on one side of me, and I'd be stacking them up on the floor on the other side. And I'd turn to one of the lads and I'd say, and this was on a Saturday morning, that's important to the story. And I'd say to them, usually it's a Saturday night by the time I'm surrounded by a lot of queens. Implying that that I was a gay man, a closeted gay man who went to gay bars at Saturday nights.
Or a straight man who just enjoyed being surrounded by drag queens.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I was a straight man, it would be offensive that I called them queens, maybe.
Drag queens?
I didn't mean drag queens.
Or you just mean queens?
Yeah, yes, queen.
Like the Queen of Denmark?
But yeah. But,
And was this a supermarket in Ireland
yeah.
selling
British queens, I know.
Queen's buds, like.
British Queen potatoes?
Yeah.
You got a problem with that, Tony?
Clearly.
They're just full of blight, like.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What did I do to
They're
those
just-
potatoes?
They're just way overpriced.
Or are they
We can't
finally
afford-
just giving them back to us? Is that what they're doing?
Maybe it is. Yeah. No, I think they were grown in Wexford.
They were.
Wexford, that's disgrace. That's badness. Right. I'm more a rooster man anyway. You get one rooster potato.
Washed
Like,
rooster.
Fucking.
but it is, you get one rooster potato, it's probably about fucking 5 kilos alone.
Lad. I
I think you're thinking of
bought
an actual rooster, man.
I bought a 7.5 kilo. This is very interesting now. I bought a 7.5 kilo bag of roosters in Aldi yesterday, right?
It's 4
And by your fucking stupid theory, that would have been 1.5 potatoes, and it wasn't. There was I did a quick count and I stopped at 10, but there was upwards of 10 potatoes in there.
Think of 10 with 7 kilos. Think of how heavy those bad boys are. Like, you're making a baked potato, you're making it for the whole family. You know what I mean?
That you need 4 baked potatoes
You could
per person.
literally, you could probably sit in the baked potato. Like,
You can't sit in. It wouldn't fit in your stupid oven then.
yeah, but that's exactly it. You know what I mean?
Sorry for everyone listening at home. Tony's oven is particularly stupid.
That was pretty offensive to Tony's, obviously. Yeah, anyway, Wexford, fucking
Strawberries.
West Britain, like, shower.
Yeah, West Oxford.
West Oxford.
That's what Wexford means.
What English city is named? Have I said this?
No, go on.
What English city
I love your
has the
face.
same name as an Irish city?
Blackpool.
Yeah.
Dublin. Last
That-
night in Dublin.
Interesting notion.
Dublin.
Interesting notion.
So would it have originally been Dublin?
Dublin, yeah.
Yeah.
Dublin.
And then just modernised to Dublin.
And also
And then they changed
Newcastle.
the Irish version.
Newcastle as well.
Because there's a Newcastle in
Yeah,
Dublin.
County Down.
In Dublin.
Is there one in Dublin as well?
Yeah.
And there's a
Not far from
Newcastle
me.
West.
There's Newcastle West in Limerick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a
Second biggest town in Limerick after Limerick City.
Which
You want
is
to know?
technically a city, so it's probably the biggest town, no?
Biggest town in Limerick.
Biggest town in Limerick, man.
Can you believe that, Tony? Can you believe this town you had only just heard of for the first time is the biggest town in Limerick?
Yeah, and do you know Kilmallock, the town I'm from?
Second
Yeah.
biggest town in Limerick by
It was,
that.
it was the first place with city status in Munster.
It was capital Munster.
Capital Munster, boy.
Whoa.
Yeah, and me and Liam / Bull went to school there and everything, and we were like, slicking around, you know. Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
well-
Miss Roach,
Baby.
slicking around.
Where my parents moved to got their first traffic light in 2000. How about that?
Mike got kicked in the head in Munster's first fucking everything.
Oh man, it felt so noble. Lads, so okay, when this is round 5, I just knew that I didn't have to work it out earlier. This is round 5, and then in round 1 we didn't have action figures of ourselves, but we do now. We have our famous peg dolls that we never put up on our social media, even though we said we would. Today,
Have a look.
and by today I mean literally like the day we're recording. I'm not going to wait till we upload the episode
Because you'll forget, right?
because I'd forget. Yeah, so I'm going to put up a picture of the 4 of us, so us 3 and Cookie Monster, and yeah.
You have
that's
a Cookie Monster one.
I have multiple Cookie Monsters, not peg doll.
Oh, okay.
A Lego thing. I forgot to say during Funky Like Monkey ad, if you spend €50 and then use discount code, it's important that after you use discount code Big Mike Pod, after that you still have to be spending €50 before shipping to get the Cookie Monster. I never mentioned that before.
Thanks for that, Cookie.
Cheers, Dirty Mike.
Do you still get him if you use discount code
No.
Dirty Mikes?
Nope.
Nope. No dice, baby. Yeah, so the peg dolls. Fun fact about those peg dolls: Tony's is actually made of solid gold.
Yeah,
It's made of solid gold.
they got some little Indonesian kid to go up to. And mine can go.
Such a turn.
I'm not Indonesian. I'm from Denmark.
Yeah, some little
That's how I
Denmark
got
kid.
down the well.
And then
That's
once
my
we got the gold, we
backstory.
pushed them down the well.
Backstory and everything. This character's developing quickly, boys.
Boys. Okay, so how many action figures would you have if you had an action figure?
I'd have one in a chase variant.
Yeah, you would. You sure would.
Them's the rules. I don't
Okay.
forget rules.
Let's say they go into Smith's Toys Superstores tomorrow, and they sell them in Hamleys in Prague too, so you can get them.
Thanks, Mike.
Right? And they also sell them in that shop just around the corner from Hamleys. It's like it looks like before Hamleys, it probably used to be a really popular toy shop, and now it's quite sad looking.
It's actually closed now.
Is it?
It's act-
it's
oh,
Sparky's.
I used to go there. Instead of
Yeah.
Hamleys, if I needed to go there for stuff.
before Hamleys.
Hamleys
You
fucking
needed to get
outrageously
some
expensive.
important toys.
But if you're buying it for someone, like, you go to Hamleys, you buy like a block of Lego and it costs you about 50 quid for half
This
the block.
is like-
And then you have to fucking sign some
Put
sort
your
of
deposit
notice
down,
before
sign the
you actually
clearance,
get the
and
whole
get the
fucking
whole
thing.
This
It's like buying a house.
this is the rooster potato thing all over again. You exaggerated a bit there, Tony.
Mike,
Did not. I went down the
You
slide
got
once.
3/4 of the block.
I went down the slide there once and they stole my shoes and said, until we get money, you're not getting your shoes back.
That's like
and they were
that.
like, there was no need to take off your shoes.
Yeah,
as well.
no need.
Why are you taking off your shoes? Look,
Oh, I thought halfway down they took Tony's shoes off him.
That's exactly what I meant.
I thought he meant like in Peter Pan where you take off your shoes.
No, I
and go
went
play.
down the slide and they took
Tony's
them
not
off
old
as I
enough
got
to go down the
bottom, but they were
Coca-Cola
like, "Give me
slide."
money." Robbing bastards.
Bastards, Mike.
Okay, so if we all got our figures and we got the chase variants,
Yeah.
Bull, how many would you buy?
I'd just buy one of each of all of us. Like,
Would you?
no,
would you
I'd
go?
probably buy two of each of all of us. Let
Would
one
you go
breathe
s-
and keep one in a.
Would you go searching for the chase variant?
Oh, obviously. You want them all, like, wouldn't you? I would like to think I wouldn't have to go and buy them as well, though. I'd like to think that someone would just send me them, like.
Yeah, one of each.
Yeah, just one of every type.
Pretty much.
And then I'd have to go and buy the other ones myself. I'd
you
take
probably
that on the
could.
chin.
You probably couldn't afford to buy Tony's. Remember, they were made of solid gold. So imagine they're made of solid gold. Imagine they sell them in Hamleys.
Just stop.
There'd be one, as Tony would say, $1 gazillion.
Huge tastic amount of money.
I've never even heard of a gazillion, Mike. I wouldn't have said that.
He'd say $1 billion.
A trillion.
Yeah, it cost me 1 gallon.
Gallons of money.
Of blood.
Yeah.
I didn't care whose blood it was, that's okay.
I never thought about the blood option in Hamleys.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they call you Bleeder, eh?
Of course.
They have a virtual reality thing in that Hamleys, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been there.
Yeah,
We've
I
done
did
it.
it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't with us.
And to get all that blood, did you have to go to the blood bank?
You got him, Liam.
Hey. So we've got
What's the other
Hamleys
option?
and the
Own
other
a
one is-
restaurant you can't eat in. What were
Yeah,
we
we got
talking about?
Hamleys or TGI's.
Have we been talking about potatoes this whole time?
Potatoes.
Bidet nose.
Yes, Queen.
I'll
Right. Yeah.
I'll have a margarita. No, what are the options, man?
Restaurant.
Yeah,
Can't eat in.
Or
Action figure.
action figure. Action figure. Sorry, I thought when
Bulls
I said it
picked
louder.
the action figure. Tony, what are you picking?
Restaurant.
Of course you did. Okay, I picked the action figure. Fucking dimwit.
I don't think I've ever picked this one.
Oh, checking the spreadsheet. Checking the spreadsheet.
Checking in with the
every week with
It's more
spreadsheet.
responsive than Dixie.
I absolutely
We-
much prefer to have a restaurant.
We recycle our
You've been
theme
quickly
tunes. Okay, so Tony picked air smelling like oranges instead of having an action figure.
Yeah.
Tony picked always be a mummy instead of having an action figure. Tony picked Frozen for 50 years instead of having an action figure.
Jeez, that one went out early doors, didn't it, though? Must have went out the next round.
Checking in every week with the spreadsheet. I'm still looking for it in the first round. Hang on a second while oh, wait. You can press Control and F and then you can just type in action figure. 1 second, lads.
Man.
I worked it all out.
Living in the future.
So Tony picked action figure in the first round rather than being a video game.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
you're-
suppose it's probably because the action figure would last longer than a video game.
Yep.
Hmm.
So,
Well, here we are.
what do you do? Tony and Liam both said that they would rather. No, they didn't. They disagreed.
Absolutely not. Like,
They really disagreed with each other on that one. Okay, so Tony said he'd rather own a restaurant he can't eat in, and Liam said he'd rather have an action figure of himself. But let us know what you would rather by picking up a bottle of vodka at your local supermarket, drinking the whole bottle of vodka in your local supermarket, spitting in the face of the guy who works in the local supermarket, apologising to his manager for spitting in the face of the guy in the local supermarket, talking to the guards when they get there, but by the time they get there, the vodka's really kicked in and you're pretty drunk, trying to shift one of the guards, apologising for trying to shift one of the guards, sitting in a cell for the night, waking up in the cell, realising that you probably shouldn't have done any of that, getting out of the cell with just a warning this time, because the guy who tried to shift fancied you, going home to see your family, and then wondering where you've been all night, and let them know what you would rather. Would you rather?
no.
Sorry, did you say no? Or did you say go?
Sure.
Whoa.
Okay, well. Okay, here we are. We haven't, we've done we've done 4 spins and we haven't got a repeat number yet.
That's sick.
I don't believe you.
Game of life, baby.
Would you rather free plane travel for the rest of your life or find out next week?
Oh, what?
What? Oh my god. Tony, we have 10 options, so it's 2.5 questions per episode in this round.
Oh, really? Is that actually serious?
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll discuss the free plane travel for life this week. Next week we'll discuss the other option, and we'll go from there. So what do you think about free plane travel for life?
Well,
Good?
You know damn well what I think about that. I won't have to pay for food.
Well, okay, but do you have anything else to say to fill some time?
Fill my fucking belly.
What's the best meal you ever had on a plane, Tony?
I think I've only had a meal once.
I've only had one meal on a plane and it was terrible.
Well, like, mine wasn't fucking great either. I was going to America, but they came every hour with a bit of food, like, or something.
Do you know why the food's so bad on the plane?
They don't put any effort into cooking it, like.
No, because the altitude and shit.
What? Changed your taste buds?
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video on it.
Yeah, I don't know. I reckon the scrambled eggs and beans I got were going to be pretty bad on the ground as well.
But that's why they don't put in the effort as well, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I mean, mine was okay.
On some airlines, they're doing particularly spicy food because I think spicy food like holds up the best in airplanes.
Surely they could do tests and see like what they need to do to make it taste.
But they do.
Yeah.
They actually do. But obviously most of them don't care because they're only cheap airlines.
Yeah.
But apparently, like years ago, let's say the 50s or the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or the 90s or last year, they used to have full kitchens on planes.
No.
Like, yeah, and proper, like, silver, what's it called? Silver spoon in your mouth.
And do you know silver service.
Yeah. All that kind of stuff. They used to have that.
Really? What was it, the 1950s or 60s when Ryanair started?
Or 70s or 80s.
Yonkers.
The first cabin crew, because the plane was so small, it couldn't be over 4'2", I think.
Really?
Yeah, something like that.
4'2".
They literally had little tiny little men, like people that had made food.
Little tiny little men.
Tiny little man.
Anything for the tiny little trolley.
Maybe it's 5'2" would make more sense, wouldn't it?
So the thing is, there is like there's a height limit. Like you have to be a certain height to be an air host.
Yeah, but at this time everything was so much smaller. It was so long ago that like.
But this was probably Jesus times though, like.
And Jesus said he pressed a little thing above him, and he said,
"Let there be light."
He said, "No." He did do that too. But he said the waitress came over and said, "Hey, Jesus, well, how can I help you? I was an air hostess in Jesus times. That's where my racism came from." And he was like, "Can I nudge him, Paul, next to him? Watch this, Paul. Watch this. Nudge him." He was like, "Hey,
Paul's like, I'm dead, mate."
Paul, and winking at Judas. Over, they're going on a stag party. Judas is across the way. He winks at him. "Look at this, lad. Look at this." Because Jesus fancied a glass of wine, didn't he? He didn't want to fucking pay for it. So what did Jesus do? What do you think he did?
Ordered 12 loaves.
No, he ordered a glass of water.
Oh, okay.
And cheeky bastard.
Before what you're thinking, he just turned it into wine and drank it and got drunk.
No, what did he do then? Threw it at her.
He walked on it. He just started walking around on the glass of water. He's like, "Look at me. I'm Jesus from Jesus times."
They brought him all the free wine he could drink.
And Luke said, "You're fucking nuts, mate. That's my mate. That's my mate."
Lads.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus was married, wasn't he?
And did you hear who was flying the plane, Mike? Punch's pilot.
Hello, this is Punch's pilot. We are currently flying at 180 degrees. And then Joe Peter, he's a fucking dimwit of the group. He didn't book the tickets at the same time as them. And so he was just sat at the front on his own, talking to an old Indian man. I've never been to Delhi, Pratesh. I've never been to Delhi. Is it nice? I'm not going to do Pratesh's voice, lads. If that's what I was going to do.
He sounds so nice, Peter. Like
he's a good lad. He's a good lad. But when he's with all the rest of the lads, he's a fucking prick, you know. Oi!
Lads, I'm chatting back here like
Moses just kept clearing the aisle.
Moses wasn't from Jesus times.
Yeah. Like that matters. Like.
But Susie Soccer was.
Yeah.
Moses was
crying.
And,
okay. Anyway, I wonder what it'll be up against.
Find out next week. But is that all you have to say about it?
Oh,
just
man, I don't
Tony
know.
wants free food.
Oh, get free food.
Can it be a Zeppelin?
No. Free plane travel for life.
Oh, was it plane travel? I thought it was air travel.
Sure wasn't.
Sure
So
wasn't.
this question was from Yasmin Crystal Farrell.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So actually here on round 5, as we call it, sometimes we call it the quarterfinals, there are 3 of the 11 are fan question options.
And one's already gotten through.
One's already gotten through. Make any person leave. There's done.
Jesus.
Got to buy.
Yeah.
So
So what could this possibly be up against, Mike?
I'll read out the final options.
Yeah.
Be the last man on earth, the eventual winner. Be an award-winning movie director. Time travel for 10 minutes at a time. Have a genie in a lamp.
Tony hates
Or-
that one.
Yeah.
Or
fucking
cash.
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 Yeah, and plus, I much prefer genie in a bottle.
Then what? What? What did you just say?
I much prefer genie in a bottle.
Oh, not the lamp.
Fucking lamp.
Are you being serious, Tony?
I'm being deadly serious.
Baby, come.
Coming out. Yeah. It's
Just realised they were the lyrics. Didn't. I thought it was coming in, get me down.
Well, what are the lyrics?
Of course that makes sense.
Oh, let me out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, let me out, because when you use your 3 wishes, you get stuck in the...
Oh, Christina, you cheeky little mare.
What, is that not a Witcher thing? Or is that
Toss a
thing?
coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh
Yeah.
valley of plenty.
Hey,
oh.
boy, sitting in a tree. Mama always wants you to come for tea. That kind of Witcher.
Yeah, the Bee Witchers.
Oh, okay. So, what? Where do we put in the jingle now? Because it's a bit confusing.
I don't know, sure, we'll just say here, we're going to put in the jingle, you pair of cunts.
Yeah, the 2 people that listen. Mike, do we have end segment or no?
Well, it's your end segment this week, so I hope so.
Or do we?
You actually don't have one.
I thought we dropped them.
Don't just drop them.
I thought we had dropped them.
I thought you said you'd never drop them.
Yeah, but then we were like, fucking, it's easier to drop them than not.
Okay, right. Has the music already played?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just here, though.
So
we even talked about this. Like,
Yeah.
we're like, do we need stuff? It's like, no, we're not doing the end segment.
we don't have an end segment anymore because I told them to cancel it and they listened to me. So, so this is just our little kind of end segment.
Duck, duck, goose.
The fans have been asking to get to know us a bit better. So I called them all personally and told them my life story.
I'm thinking of a colour. What's the colour? This is very win segment. What's the colour?
It's like a mixture between kind of green, blue, and purple.
No.
Is it vomit green?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
Oh.
Is it really?
Look, it can be. That's checking in with colours. Yeah, we're. I think, yeah, that's it, lads. Well done. Tony's 1-0 up now. We'll see what happens on my next segment.
Yeah, double rainbow all the way.
All the way.
Checking in with the color. Right. Right, guys, make sure to check in with us, check in with Dixie on our final week.
087.
No, Tony, you not realize Liam doesn't have his number. He wouldn't give it to
I
him.
wouldn't even know.
Oh, yeah.
So checking in with Rumble week, right? We're gonna have our episode on the Monday, right?
Is this for the fans?
This for the fans.
Okay.
We're gonna have I'm about to make up the schedule, and it's canon, and for the fans, yeah. So Monday is gonna be the final. Always Monday. It's apart from last week when it was Saturday, the episode.
Yeah.
So Monday is the final, right? Thursday is going to be a preview episode. So it's going to be the build-up. It's going to be a professional analysis. We're going to get a professional analyzer in to analyze the options that are left in the final.
Professional analyzers.
Well, if that's what you're saying there, then I don't know what. Usually it's a Saturday night by the time I'm surrounded by. So yeah, that's going to be on Thursday, right? On Friday, it's it's going to be a little segment I call horsing around with Big Mike and the boys. That's going to be the episode where every week we do. That one's a clip show. That's going to be good. And then on Saturday night, right? So this is kind of Sunday night, isn't it? Really, it's rather Monday. It's Sunday night that it comes out. The episode usually. So Sunday night's going to be the final. Saturday night, we're going to. This is very coherent for the fans. Saturday night, it's going to be
easy to follow.
Episode 1 revisited, where we every week we So that's it. It's the big preview to the final. Then it's going to be a horsing around Big Mike and the boys. I recently found out that was a BoJack Horseman thing. I was devastated. Then it's going to be the thing I said about the episode 1, and then it's going to be the final. And use cunts. So I've been Big Mike. These have been the boys. Boys, what do you got to say for yourselves?
Thanks to all the microbiologists who are listening, and the rest is your pack accounts.
We forgot about the whole microbiologist.
Tony never forgets.
Tony, I hope you dedicate every episode from now on to one type of scientist or another.
Well, we'll see. Like, this was just the microbiologists were screaming at me to do it. So
what I love is that we're about to record an episode straight after this, and I reckon Tony will have forgotten about the scientist thing by then. Okay, so Liam, anything to say about the fact that I call you Bull now?
No, I just like to echo Tony there and thank all the microbiologists for listening.
Right, that's not very charismatic. Tony had a whole.
Excuse me,
Tony had a whole.
What do you have to say? What do you have to say?
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
See you now.